Yo, yo. What's going on, J Knows Credit? Your favorite guy in the hoodie, J Knows Credit. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Salute. Let's pull up something real quick. Hey, hey. How you doing? Oh, have you been missing me? Am I doing them too late for you? They're like after your lunch break or something like that. What's something different today? What's going on, Miss Knox? How you doing? How you doing? Switching it up today. Then I throw in the Versace's every once in a while. Nothing special. Armani hoodie today. I'll get started here shortly. If you gotta go, if you're on a fast lunch break or something like that, before I just start talking and going over some things of the topic of my video today, you definitely can go ahead and ask a question while I wait on some other people to get on here. So since you're first, second, third to get on here, you want to go ahead and ask a question. You can ask a question now. That way I don't take up your whole lunch break if you're trying to get a question in if you're on lunch right now. Any credit question is welcome. Something personal to you, it can be something from a friend. Just be something that you might have heard about that may or may not be true. And if I don't know it, I'll let you know I don't know. I'm not going to give you no made up answer. I'm going to tell you what it is. But if I know, I'll definitely tell you. All right. I'm not going to take up a whole lot of your time with the formalities there. Of course, it's J Knows Credit. But the topic I'm going to talk about today. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Answer this question. It depends on which credit service you're talking about. If you're looking at getting the traditional repair for bankruptcy, I've seen them come off as fast as 4 months. I've seen them take as long as 11 months. The factors just go into, which one of our techniques can actually get it off faster. So sometimes the first, two techniques might work. Sometimes takes the latter end techniques for it to work. So it's not like a dead set go for, everybody. It's not like a magic wand you just wave and bam, this particular this particular formality that we're doing right here, bam, is going to get it off every single time. It doesn't work like that. Everybody's situation is different. It all depends on whose hands it gets in at the credit reporting agencies. So when you're dealing with traditional repair, you can estimate, but I would say between 4 to 10 months for that. just give you a realistic number. Okay,
Why
let's do
do
the
the
other
same
question here.
glasses cost so much less on glassesusa.com than at the store?
That's good. Let's see. They use for one bureau price trying to get into a lease. I don't have any Alex that report to one bureau. I only do AUs and packages. The reason why I do that is because they're more effective for getting funding and leases and things of that nature. But I don't have it where it reports to one bureau. Usually, all of mine report to all three bureaus. I'll occasionally get one that reports to one bureau, but I don't even really, normally use it. So if I do have it, I might not even know I have it. I might delete it off my list, to be honest, because everybody wants everything to post to all three bureaus, not to one. Yes, there's still great options for primaries. They're still reporting. They've been reporting now for years. Also, NCD is one you want to get with as well. And if you don't know what NCD is, you can find that in my primary video that talks about $14,000 in primaries. That'll get you that other primary there for NCD, which is also a 5K line. All right. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, coming down with something here. Jose, what's going on in Texas, man? My sister's out there in Texas as well. I'll be out in Texas here soon to go out there and visit my family out there. So. Let's see. I thought about the sweep. Everybody's saying it's against the law and recommend me not doing it. They say it's fraudulent. All right. Now, one thing I'm not going to go back and forth with is, people and their opinions and all that kind of stuff. If they want to believe that, they can. Now, with credit sweeps, you're not supposed to do credit sweeps. I'm not, that's why you don't see credit sweeps on my website. You don't see no link for that on my website because I'm not able to put that up as a credit repair product. Here's the reason why. With credit repair, traditional credit repair, you have to have a person make payments. They have to make at least 2 payments for credit repair, and then if they decide to pay it all off, they can pay it all off if they want. But they have to make 2 installment payments for them to be a legitimate credit repair company. So with sweeps, let me say that with sweeps, it's all at one time. So you're paying all up front because it's going to happen very fast. So the reason why they might be saying that it's fraudulent, that it's illegal or whatever like that is because of the fact that, quote unquote, it's not part of the rules of what you're supposed to do as a credit repair company. You're not supposed to do a sweep because, of course, a person is not allowed to pay you up front for your services. They're supposed to pay you like month to month to month to month. Well, when it comes to a sweep, you have to pay all up front because everything happens all up front, So that's the reason why people are saying that about sweeps in general. You just have to decide if you want to get it off fast or you want to get off the regular way. No way is better than another. It just depends on where you are financially and how, if you can afford to do that. I don't tell anybody. I had a client call me last night, and I advised him on getting the $79 service, which is with traditional credit repair, but he didn't want that. He said he wanted to sweep, but I let him know that because he had more time to get his goals accomplished to pay it the $79 and $120 per month for the traditional repair instead of the other repair. Nothing wrong with him choosing what he wanted to choose, but I did let him know that the cheaper option was better for him. So not trying to sell him or upsell him on something, because I am in sales. I can upsell. I've been selling since I can't even remember. I got my first case of Charms blow pops from Trick or Treat. A lady gave me a whole box of Charms blow pops, and instead of eating them all, I was selling them at school for 50 cents a piece for blow pops. For the Charms big strawberry, green apple, and all that, I was selling that. Then I started selling bags of Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid mixed with sugar already. So a person can put in their water bottle, shake it up and drink it. I had kids snorting Kool-Aid in school and hawking loogies and spitting out Kool-Aid. And I charged $1 per little bag, and I was tying the bags up myself, okay, from selling that. So I can sell something to somebody even if they don't need it. That's just, part of my personality. I'm able to sell. I'm a salesperson. But I'm not going to sell something to somebody who doesn't need it. I have people who offer me money all the time for services they don't need. And I'm like, no, you don't need that because you're not ready for that service yet. Or that service doesn't fit what your goals are. Okay, but I let everybody be grown and choose what they want because they are grown. And they can do what they want, okay? Of course, okay? So if you hit me up about a service and you'll say you want to get a consultation. And I always suggest consultations because some people don't really truly know what's on their credit. I don't need an about. I don't want you to tell me it's about $10,000 that I got. I don't need an about. You need to know exactly. If you don't know exactly, do not call my phone for any type of information or anything because you're not ready for the price you're going to be told because I'm not going to give you a price. And neither is my assistant. We're going to tell you, well, if you don't know exactly, we cannot give you a price. Well, you say, well, I want a quote. Well, if I give you a quote, depending on what you have, you'll call back wanting to get that price and find out that no, you have other things you need to get, done. Now you're running back up to the bank to make the payments, all that. Instead of going through that whole process, it's just better to already know what's on your report so that we can, get you what you need and not try to tell you something that you don't need. Okay, I did take some Sudafed and some Mucinex, but I'm still doing my live videos, sick and all, I don't care. Treacherous. It really is. All right, let's see. I've been following all of your advice. I'll be closing on my new construction home in June. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Closing that house in June, man. Like I said, make sure you ready. Make sure you got the bank statements ready. Okay. Make sure you're not spending any money out of your accounts or whatever. I would suggest not doing any major spending. Don't spend anything over $500 right now, until you close on that house. Because they're going to judge every single transaction that comes out of your account. Okay, but let me see. You got questions. Well, I'm disputing an account on my credit, and it but one bureau, but not the others. Let's see. Sorry. Let me look at it again. How can all of them reflect the same thing? Well, Miss Bo, here's a good strategy. So let's say you got it removed and you have a letter. Now, if you did it online, if you did an online dispute, then this holds no weight. And excuse me, because my nose is running, and I don't want y'all to be seeing boogers flying out my face and all that. But if you did a letter, if you did the letter way, you can take that letter and send that letter in to the credit bureaus, the other two credit bureaus, and what will happen is you can use that as a catalyst to say, okay, well, I dispute this with Equifax or whoever, and they took it off my report. And so here's my letter, here's my dispute information and all that. But, and just gonna put this right here while I get a napkin or something here. But if you don't do it that way, it just takes longer. Anytime you do a dispute where it comes off of one bureau, take that letter from that bureau and send it into the other bureau as a way to, almost like piggyback off of what another bureau did. So you can say, hey, this bureau took it off for me. Why can't you do the same thing, basically? So send that letter in with your disputes. And don't do online disputes. Excuse me. All right. Okay. So. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm gonna talk about what separates people right now from, poor to wealthy when it comes to credit. All right. So. I did a little bit of research, and I've known this for a while. I'm just kind of putting this out now through a live. But I was trying to figure out, why do people get all these free trips and, free drives and free points. They get free cash back. They get all this, basically free stuff. And I thought about, all the free stuff that they're getting, and I'm like, yo, people getting free airline tickets, they're getting free trips. So here's a good way to break it down for you all out there who don't understand or haven't actually seen the gap. Now, of course, we all know that there's gaps between the wealthy and the poor. We know they have more income and all that. Okay, but now let's not talk about the income side. Let's talk about the credit side. All right? So, let's say, for example, you want to go on a trip this year with your whole entire family. All right? Let's say it's 4 people for this example. And somebody else who's wealthy also goes to the trip once a year with their family. Also 4 people. All right. Now you go on that trip. Let's say you're going to Jamaica. Jamaica per person might cost you $1,500 per person, $700 per person, depending on how many days you're going, stuff like that, right? So let's say from the whole entire trip and all your expenses and everything like that, you spent, $8,000, $10,000 for everybody to go. And so you got nothing for that. All you have is just cash, use your debit card, and all that. That's all you did. All right. This other family who's wealthy, well, they got the trip itself for free. All they had to do is worry about spending money and eating out. Okay. So let's say they spent, $1,500 on eating out and other expenses and gifts and all that kind of stuff while they were there, and fun activities. Now you spent $8,000. They spent $1,500. Now, let's put them in a place where they're at the same income as you. All right, so you made $30,000, they made $30,000. You spent $8,000 on a vacation, they spent $1,500 on a vacation. So right there, they're already more wealthy than you, just off of one vacation. Now think about all the credit card people have, where they're getting all these points, they're getting cash back. So they're cashing these things for free gift cards or just a cash check, just for spending money they're gonna spend every day. Like me, for example, I use my card for everything. Of course gas, of course food, but also my bills in the house that I have for my house. I spend that money on there. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so everybody likes to talk about, all the money that people have who are wealthy, but wealth itself is not based on millions and millions of dollars. Wealth is having enough money to maintain your lifestyle when you don't work. That's what real wealth is. Okay? And of course, wealth is family and love and all that. You can be wealthy in that department as well. That's the definition of wealth for some people. It's just having family. Some people definition of wealth is having both, having love, family, and having enough money to maintain their life without having to work. And there are a lot of people who don't work as far as a 9-to-5 type of job, and they make a lot of money as well, but they also have a lot of benefits with their credit cards. Okay, so if you know how to leverage your credit cards to get points and cash back on spending, and you cash those rewards in every month, once a year, or whatever, that can change where you are financially just based on how much you're spending out and how much you're bringing in. That can put you in another, let me say another, or a better tax bracket. Okay, that's Siri talking to me. So I was asking her a question. Okay, another thing. If you do have good credit and you're sitting on your good credit, and you're not utilizing that good credit to leverage yourself to make more money, to have a business, or something of that kind, to invest somewhere, then you are wasting that 700, 750, that excellent credit score that you have. You're just wasting that talent because it's just sitting dormant when you can be using that money to get off of your job, or using that leverage of credit to build a business for a family or whatever that dream or goal that you have to do. Now, if you got $10,000, $20,000 in credit cards, and I'll answer that question in 1 second. If you had this money in credit cards, right, and 20,000 in a credit card, what business couldn't you start? You know, of course, like a franchise might cost you 100,000 to $1 million. Okay, I understand that, but if you had, 5 or 10K, you could, start a food truck if you want to cook. You can do some catering if you just want to do catering. Um, you can open a salon. You can actually get some equipment, open a salon, and find a location. Okay, and until it starts making money, you can pay that credit card back until you're able to get some business credit. You can leverage off your personal credit. Now, some people say, well, you shouldn't do that and all that. But look, when are you going to start? When are you going to do something outside of the norm? When are you going to take what you have as leverage and actually use the leverage? Because if not, what's the point? You want to be able to do some things that you could not do before and get you in a better situation. You want to be in a better life. Not saying that your life want to go to another dimension of comfortableness. What is comfortable for you? Paying all your bills on time every month and having that's the definition of wealth for you. So whatever the definition is of wealth for you, how are you trying to get that done? And for those of my watchers who do work regular 9 to 5, whatever, mid shift, late shift, whatever you do to make. Now I could be lying. I may not. I don't know every single person on the planet, but I believe that everybody who has a job has a business they want. I believe everybody who has a job has an idea that a lot of money. I think that everybody who has a job has something like right up here that they can make, 6 figures from per year, if not more. Okay, I think, and when you realize how in and you start feeling, man, what I'm saying, when am I gonna start this business? Like, man, I get off work. Once I get off work, I gotta get a little bit. Excuse me. Write me a message. All right. Let's see. All right, Miss Bo, can you still see? Miss Richardson, can you still see? Appointment. It's going in and out. Okay. Oh, you can see now? Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. All right. All right. Miss I don't know if that's a Miss or a Mr. My apologies. Cheek, if I'm pronouncing that right or wrong. My apologies there. I hate mess people's names up. But you can give me a call at 1-8333-J-NOS. 1-8333-J-NOS. 1-833-355-6697. 6697 is the number. Okay. But yeah, it was buffering. Okay, got you. All right, fantastic. All right, so like I said, excuse me, hope I'm not grossing anybody out. I'm just a little sick right now, but just still wanted to give y'all some knowledge today. All right, but I believe everybody has something they want to give birth to, a business they want to give birth to, something that they want to do, with their talents, their ideas, that can turn into, some income to where they don't have to stress as much or work their job as much, have more free time, spend more time with their family, things like that. And credit can do that for you. I totally believe that. I'm a witness to that. Because with my credit card, this is what I do with my credit cards, okay? And I'm going to show you actually right now on your face, okay? So with this particular credit card here, okay, this credit card here I use just to pay for YouTube, Google Ads, stuff like that. This is what I use this card for. This card is just for leverage for me to do that. Also, it pays for my website, it pays for everything like that. I just collect the points off of it, and whatever revenue I get off of it from what I invested, I put back on this card just to get my 1.5% cash back on this card. Okay, so I leverage that. That way I don't have to spend any of my cash, you know, and I put whatever cash I make back on it from what I spent on this card. Okay, just using that as leverage. This other card here, all right, I use for day trading. Okay, I'm a day trader. I do day trading as well. So instead of spending my own money, I'll take 5K off of this card and I'll split it up between different accounts and I'll make money with it. And then the money I make back from it, I'll pay back on the card. And then once I pay all the money back, I'll take money back off the card and invest somewhere else. Okay. This card right here, I use for everyday spending, as well as, where's my other card? I got too many cards. As well as this card here. It's everyday spending. Those are my everyday spending cards I use just for going to the store and Walmarts and all that kind of stuff like that. I use this card when I know I'm not going to carry a balance from month to month. I'll take this card and I'll just use the card. And I'm going to pay this back just immediately. When I spend it, I'm just going to pay it back just to get the gold points. This is the rose gold card. Okay, just to get the gold points. All right. But then, you know, same thing goes for the, you know, the gold card there. This card for, I can't even remember. I don't use this card that often. It's another Amex. But anyway, the point is that you can actually be able just to leverage, you know, certain cards. That way you can be able to do other things, invest in other things, and make yourself wealthy, you know. There's a lot of things I did. I actually did something the other day. I actually watched some videos from a guy on YouTube, because YouTube is my university as well. I learned from YouTube myself. I learned from this guy. I think he's got like, I don't know, he's got crazy amounts of views, crazy amounts of followers. I don't remember what the guy's name is. I subscribe to him though, but I need to go find out what his name is so I can tell him and give him a shout out. But he does like wholesale, does Amazon FBA. He does a lot of stuff, right? And so I was watching him, and he met with people from his YouTube page who just met up with him to go and do some thrift store shopping to resell on Amazon. And so they were inside. I was watching the video. They're inside this Goodwill or Salvation Army, whatever, and they're finding stuff. And they found some good stuff. And what they did was they took their phone, and I know this isn't credit related, but I'm gonna tell you this anyway. So they took their phone, right? They took their phone. They went to Amazon on their phone, and then they went and scanned the product. So you got this right here. You can go scan barcode. They did scan barcode, right? And they scanned the barcodes of things that were inside Salvation Army, see what they were worth. Well, what I did, I went to the bank, and right beside my bank, there was a Goodwill over there by my bank. So then I had to do at the bank, and I left, and I was like, you know what? Let me just stop over there and see what they got in there. So I went in there, and I found these Disney VHS tapes. VHS. I found Bambi, Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, Sword in the Stone, Pinocchio, all the old school Disney movies and VHS tapes. So I started scanning these things. They're going for $19.99 used on Amazon. I got them for 69 cents a piece. 69 cents. So if I sell them for just $10, you know, $5, I'm still good. But they're going for $19.99 on Amazon. And I might hold them in my garage here for some months so somebody buys them all. But if somebody buys one, I made my money back. I bought like 20 different ones just because they had them. Okay? But I learned that from just being open and being ready to receive some information that can help me even go higher in my income by investing and leveraging, because I use my credit card, okay, by investing, leveraging my credit card money on a card I have no interest on until next May. All right. So if I don't sell it right now, it doesn't matter. I can hold on to it until I sell it. If I sell one, I make the money back, put it back on the card. Everything else after that is 100% profit. Everything. So it's just being able to do stuff and look for opportunities. And that's why I don't take any opportunity lightly. All right. So you can do a lot of things with your credit. A lot of people aren't, really telling you or telling people about these kind of things. But I'm trying to make sure that I not only try to help you repair your credit, help you rebuild your credit, help you, get funding, but I want you to take your funding and actually do something with it productive. Now, of course, it is your money, but if I can take any impartation here, if I can just plant any seed here, it's not take your money and just blow it on things or, whatever. Take some of your money, at least some of your money, and flip it in some kind of way, invest it in some kind of way, put it in something that's income producing assets. Okay? You can do something with that money. Like right now, I got 3 cards right now. I can pull cash out and I can go put it, even if I don't do nothing else. If I don't even know how to flip money, I have a 1-year certificate with Navy Federal I can get right now. I can get a couple of 1-year certificates, right? And they give me 3.5% interest on that 1-year certificate. So I can invest money off my card because I can just pull straight cash off of without any fees. That's very important. So I can invest at 3.5%. And they pay out this interest on a monthly basis. And they'll compound throughout the year. And every time I put money in there, it can keep compounding. Okay, now I just found this out about the certificate yesterday. So I invested yesterday in that certificate off of credit card money just so I can make some money on somewhere else so I don't have to touch it. I ain't got to do nothing. But I'm still making 3.5%. Any extra money I get, I just throw in that account so that it can just keep growing and growing and growing. Okay? So it's not all about, just nice things. And I wore this for a reason. These are, Versace glasses, shades, whatever. This is an Armani hoodie and all that. But this was my first pair of Versace shades I've ever had. I got a Versace belt as well. I bought it while I was in Italy. I'm not out here just going to the store at Saks Fifth Avenue buying Versace every week just because I have a credit card and I can do that. Okay? That's not what I'm doing. I have some things that are nice so I can dress a certain way at certain places. And then I have, I have things that I wear every day. Now every day, if you know me, every day I wear a hoodie. I have light hoodies, thin hoodies, whatever. I love hoodies. Okay? I wear sweatpants and I wear J's. Every day. I buy my sweatpants from Ross. All my sweatpants are from Ross. Well, I have a couple that are from Express on the sale rack. But Ross is my store. I wear sweatpants from there. I just have a nice pair of shoes. I like my J's. And that's it. I'm not going out here spending crazy amounts of money just because I have the credit to do so. And that's what I want people to understand. To get your money, get your credit, get your funding, invest, invest, invest. Okay? Do what you gotta do. You gotta get a car, You gotta do whatever you gotta do, whatever. But whatever money you get, invest, invest, invest. Okay? Now, of course, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just trying to give you some advice on what to do with some of your money, at least. Okay? All right? But that was a big wealth gap. And they did a study on that. There's a website that have studies on this and talks about the new wealth gap in America. The new wealth gap is people who have credit cards and people who don't. People who have reward credit cards and people who don't. So you can make yourself wealthy in a strategic way to where that you can be able to benefit from everything you spend the money on. Okay? So let me get back to this chat here, make sure I didn't miss any questions. All right. When you get a sec, what are your thoughts on what's that LTRS and emails from debt consolidation programs? I know what LTRS is. I don't even know what that is. Now, debt consolidation programs. There are some that really do, especially student loan consolidation programs. And I have through my company, but There are some that people like. I think my nephew did one before he contacted me. I don't know why he didn't contact me first, but he got with some program. Was in the program. His friend been paying on that program for a year, and nothing has happened for his debts. So he's been paying money every month, not even knowing because he served in the army. That money just came out of his check. He wasn't even thinking about it, or out of his account, out of sight, out of mind. So there are some that will play you. So you gotta do research. You gotta look at reviews, especially on those debt consolidation programs, because all of them are not created equal. Okay. Do you work with CPNs? Absolutely not. 100% no. If you come with a CPN, you came to the wrong place. I don't do CPN funding. I don't deal with CPNs. I don't sell CPNs. I don't suggest you buy any CPNs unless you just want to, get your money stolen and then be out there just crying about the CPN you got and trying to find people who fund it. Because credit card companies are not letting anybody add an authorized user as a CPN. That's why if you buy any AUs from me, whatever number you give me, I put the Social Security check. Because some people try to get me to put CPNs on AUs. You put CPN on the AU for the main person. So that person will lose all their history, lose their credit card totally, because they consider CPNs as fraudulent. If you find somebody who doesn't authorize user for a CPN, let me know, because I've never seen it. Now, as far as primaries, there are certain primaries you can get with CPNs because certain companies don't do certain checks. But any of the primaries that I have, none of them are going to go with CPNs whatsoever. None of those companies deal with CPNs. And that should tell you something. Now, if you can sweep your credit, if you can get your credit clean in a couple of days or a couple of weeks, why would you buy a CPN? There's no point to that when you can just clean your credit, add some AUs, and then go get some funding. There's no point in spending all that. I see people call me spending. They say they spent $3,000, $4,000, even $7,000 just to get a CPN that they can't freaking use. Okay. Now I'm not knocking CPNs. So there's people out there who are still doing whatever they can do to get funding and get cars and all that. So they say. I haven't personally seen it, but people say they've been doing it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I just don't deal with them. I just don't mess with them. Now it's kind of drawn out. But let's see. Experience Boost, I heard it's coming in a week. What do you think? I saw that as well. I saw the Experience Boost thing. I think it's gonna be pretty cool because as long as you're paying your bills on time, it's gonna be cool because they'll be reporting for your utility bills, and I think that'll give people another way to show that they're able to be responsible with their credit. So if they're gonna have that boost your score up just by putting in your all the months that you've been paying on your utility bills, your lights, your water, and stuff like that, your gas. Everybody's scoring has to go with Experian, and what that means is better ways to get funding. Okay, and I was gonna make a video about that as well once it launched. Absolutely. Is it necessary to purchase AUs before your credit has been fully repaired, or should you wait? That depends, actually. If you were getting a credit sweep, then I would probably maybe wait like a couple of weeks into it and then get them repaired. Then you need to wait until everything's off, because if not, you're just gonna waste your money. You will waste your money. See, if your service is purchased, do you only do the work, or do you only give advice along the way as to when one should move to the next step, like get AUs or apply for funding? I have the whole entire process. Everybody's different though. Some people don't want that. They just want whatever they paid for, and they can move on and do some other things. But I have it to where a person can. Oh, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Ms. Bo. Love you. You're actually my first tip. I appreciate that. It really is. I try to give out as many free nuggets as I can. I try to make sure I'm answering your question properly. But I take you through the whole entire process. The whole, from consultation, credit repair, inquiry removals, AUs, if you need a rapid rescore in order to hurry up and get everything posted. Um, then to your funding, I do the funding for you. I have a funding program to where you pay 150 up front when you're ready. That's once you have them, and your credit's clean. Okay, you're ready to apply. You pay 150 up front, $150. That's just for my time to do all the applications, and then you pay 7% on the back end. What that means is you pay 7% of whatever I get you in funding. So I'll give you a call. You'll get some emails already, but I'm gonna give you a call and say, "Hey, I'm done. Um, so far we got you $78,000 in funding. So now whatever that is, 4,000, 5,000, whatever. Now you can pay that money off the cards. That way you don't have to pay it out of your pocket if you don't have it out of your pocket. Wait till you get the cards in the mail. You do a couple of cash advances or whatever and pay off that. And that's it. So I'll take you throughout the whole process. Go bounce around if you don't want to, but if you do want to, you can. Okay. I have a delinquent student loan as well. Is that included with the sweep? Yes. You can delete delinquent student loans, or you can delete all student loans that are not delinquent. If they're not delinquent, I would keep them. But there are cases where it is necessary to get rid of those, just because you might need to you might be trying to buy a house. If you're trying to buy a house, and that your credit to debt ratio, you need to get rid of that ASAP. But with lots of loans, they usually have that's usually people's first accounts, especially if you never had a credit card at 18, and you apply for school and you got loans. But to answer your question, yes, the sweep does include student loans. Walter, I know you're Walter Roberts, but because you made a junior, I'm sorry, you made a third. Walter Roberts is second. I'm sorry, Walter Roberts is second. My apologies. That's awesome. As far as your funding program, okay. So if you have someone else cleaning your credit, you can't get a sweep done at the same time since you already paid for their service in full, or they have to stop working on your credit. That depends. So I don't know who you're paying right now, but like I said, if you're doing traditional repair, then you're not supposed to pay in full at all. Full for traditional repair. If you are, then that person is not doing what they're supposed to be doing for traditional repair. You only pay up front. Then 60 days to do, you should not pay up front for. That's that. For based on the credit repair laws and all that, if you're gonna do traditional credit repair, you shouldn't be paying all at one time. You should, unless you just got like one item you want to, and you don't want to pay monthly for just that one item that you have very small. There are cases where I'll do that one item for you for a little flat fee of like $250, $350, something like that. But there are cases where that's still not smiled upon, so I have to take that payment. I can't take it through a credit card. It has to come through a different payment method. Just for protection. Do I need to file bankruptcy first and won't get put back on my report? No, you don't have to file bankruptcy. Don't file bankruptcy if you don't need to. If you're trying to make some other moves, there's no point in trying to fix your credit because bankruptcy is going to hold you up from some things. So if you don't have to file bankruptcy, don't. But I can't tell you that your situation might be dire where you need to do it. But if you file bankruptcy, there's no point in it. Everything will come off anyway if you find the right type of bankruptcy. See where you're trying to keep items. I never suggest that. Okay. Any other question? I have a question. Let's see. If I have a mid 700 credit score, but it's that high because of AUs, can I still PG business credit? I've got 5 primary accounts, 5 and 6 months old. Yeah, you can still PG them. Now you said mid 700s. Let's see. You got 5 primary accounts. but are all of them 5 6 months old. Okay, so you don't have anything older than that. Now, having six, you can. What I would probably do is, if you're trying to get the PG that way, you're trying to get like right this second. One card that's for business, and if you don't get approved, don't apply for any more. Just wait. Just wait now. Because if you keep applying from place to place, place to place, if you didn't get approved the first time, more than likely you don't get approved. And if you are approved, it's going to be a very, very small amount for business credit, and you want to get as much as possible. So I would suggest not doing that. I would suggest waiting enough time to at least you have a year. If that's only if with that 6 months you're not able to get the card that you want or the limits that you want. But your first card, you should get at least 30,000, if not 50, on that first business credit card. If you're not getting that much, like I said, I would probably stop with that. Now, if you do get approved for that credit card, then go ham. Go ahead and apply for 15. Make sure it's one per credit bureau. If you don't know how to do that, then you need to apply for just 1, 2, 3, 4. Just apply for 4 and stop. Let's see. Working with building my credit with primary trade lines. Will having a 2015 bankruptcy stop me from getting funded within 6 months of building? That bankruptcy will hurt you. It'll definitely hurt you. It'll hurt you with. I mean, not saying you won't get approved. You'll get approved for some cards because it's been enough time to get approved for some. But if you want some 10K, 20K cards, you gotta get that removed. If you want some cards that might get you between 2,000, maybe 5,000, then you'll be okay. If you want some 10, 20Ks, nah, you gotta get that taken off. The easiest one to try, Steve. Easiest. I mean, this might sound crazy because everybody thinks they're not easy, but I would still say American Express. Amex business cards are just easier. Opinion. I feel like the other banks, the Wells Fargo's, Bank of America's, all of them, they're a little bit more hard on people when it comes to getting funding with them for their business. Let's see, last question. Do you place age primary accounts on my credit along with AUs, and how do I sign up for the suite? AUs and funding. My credit is 340 to 400, so I need a full restoration. Nothing wrong with that. I used to have a well, as long as you want to get it right, that's the thing. So I don't have any age primaries. I didn't have a company before that was doing age primaries. They played me, took my money, took my clients' money, and I'm still paying clients back for that. So I don't do any age primaries because of that reason. Until I have somebody who's going to just give me some primaries up front, and they're going to wait to say post before I pay them, I won't be selling any age primaries again until that time. I didn't personally do, but I told somebody to do. Anyway, so I don't have any primaries that have history. AUs, you get on my website, rtigroupconsulting.com/trade lines. rtigroupconsulting.com/trade lines, plural. You can see the AUs. To sign up for the suite, go find my suite video, a 45-day credit suite. The link is in that video because I can't put it on my website. And let's see. And funding, we'll do funding once we have your AU set up. You can call my 1-800 number, 1-833-J-KNOWS, and we'll set you up when you're ready for funding, or if you just want a consultation. If you've got some time to where you want to get, the traditional credit repair, $79, one credit. If you're trying to get everything done as fast as possible, then of course the suite, you can get the suite if you want. But that price is going to be based on how much debt you have. It's not just a set price for every single person. Okay. Anybody else have a question? Anybody got a question? All right. But thank you all for watching today's live. I'm trying to do a live every day. What I want to do before you all get off of here. Oh yeah, thank you so much. What I want to do before I get off is I just want to ask you all. I want to do a set time every day. Now I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so if you're willing to watch and get information, I'm willing to sit here for an hour or so. Listen, I'm sorry. What's a sweep? Sweeps are, Jonathan, how much for a sweep in traditional collection? And so on. And it's all based on how much debt you have. So if you have between $0, because you can have accounts, but they're still hurting your account. So between 0 and 5,000 in total debts, that is going to be $800. If you have between 5,100 and 10,000. All right, hopefully y'all can see me again. I just want to move location. Maybe I have a bad signal in that area. Hopefully you can all still see. Okay, but to get a sweep is based on how much debt you have and what kind of accounts you have. So between $10,000 in debts, you're going to pay $1,200. But that's not including bankruptcies and stuff. That's gonna be extra. From including bankruptcies and stuff, that's gonna be extra from bankruptcies and all that. And it goes up and up and up from there based on the amount of debts. So I mean, it can go up to $10,000 if you got $200,000 in debt you need to get removed. Okay, so that's how the pricing for the sweeps work. All right, but what a sweep is, though, sir, is a sweep is when you get everything removed off your credit very fast. So we're talking, anywhere between 45 days, usually like 45 business days. I'd say like 2 months. So 60 days, you're getting everything off your credit taken care of. No more negatives. All right. But yeah. So what I want to do let me see. Let's pull my own reports first before consultation. If you want a consultation, you don't have to pull nothing. You just want to be able to have a login to be able for us to be able to do an assessment. So give us the login and password, and we can actually pull it up, and we can go through with you what you have, and tell you what it is going to cost for whatever service you're trying to get, or just give you some advice on what you could do and what you should do. Okay, I suggest if you don't have a monitoring service to get Experian because it's more accurate. If you have MyFICO, we're not using that because they're not accurate for what we're trying to do. They only go back so much time. We're trying to go back at least 2 years for your whole history, and the MyFICO doesn't do that. So if you've got Privacy Guard, if you've got Credit Check Total, if you've got Experian, if you want to sweep, though, you need to have Experian. Okay, Credit Check Total is owned by Experian, but it's better for you to have Experian.com if you want the sweep service, that is. Okay. Excuse me, nose is still running like a faucet. But what I want to do is I've at a scheduled time. Okay, if I did a live every single day, or I won't say every day, I'll say Monday through Friday. Monday around this time block, I want to get feedback from you all who are watching right now. What time should I have this? And I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so keep that in mind. An hour, 30 minutes. But if I did it just for an hour, just for argument's sake, what time do you think I should start for you to be able to get on? If you're going to get on this to get some, yeah, just give me your feedback on that. Nothing's going to come back after the sweep. Let's come back. We'll move it again, but I haven't had that problem. 2 p.m. Eastern Time. 2 is cool for you, Alex? All right. Anybody else have a certain time they'd like me to do this? I may do a live. 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. is good for Miss Bo or Mrs. Bo. Got you. Fantastic. All right. Anybody else think have a time, or are those times good for everybody? 2 is good. Okay, 2 is good. All right. Looks like 2 might be the time that's good for everybody. So what I do for now is I'll go ahead and start scheduling them at 2 o'clock. You might get an alert. Hopefully you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell if you get an alert for 2 o'clock. Let's see. Robert says 1 o'clock. Okay. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So I probably should start around like 1:30 and flow into 2 o'clock to 2:30, and sometimes going to 3 o'clock, and sometimes going to 3 o'clock. That might be good. Might be a good compromise around like 1:30 time, I'm thinking. Oh, the number is actually, let me type it in here. I'll type in the notes so you can actually see it. Okay, let me see. How do I send the note? Did it before, now it don't like me. Well, I did type the number in this video, in the description of the video. So when this video ends, you'll get the number there. But I'll tell you again, it's 18333 J knows. That's 18333 5567. Sorry, 556697. 556697. Let me walk outside. Everybody says my connection's bad. So, all right. Hopefully the connection is better now. Connection is better now. Yeah, I might do some I might do some live videos that are in the evening times. Every once in a while, I'll do some evening ones. I'll probably do it around like 6 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Eastern, something like that. I'll kind of chime in. Yeah, I'm trying to type the number, but I can't. It's 18333 5566 556697. 18333 556697. That's 18333 J, the letter J, and then knows, KNOWS. All right, still choppy. All right, I'm gonna see if I can type it. I'm gonna see if I can type it. Let's see. See if it gives me a way to chat in here. There we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. It's now in the chat for you all, so y'all can see that. But yeah, I'll just start scheduling. Yep, that's it. 18333 556697. That's right. All right, but yeah. This is J Knows Credit. Credit's Queen. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. There'll be another one tomorrow. There'll be another one tonight. This won't be live. I posted a new video earlier today. Just a little quick video of opening a 20K credit card. Just so people can see that, you know, they are real. They do exist. I do have some lifestyle videos coming tomorrow as well as some more educational videos, funding videos, and yeah, some great stuff. I got some great stuff coming. I got stuff that nobody else is doing. Um, so it's kind of under wraps right now. I got some new packages coming that just don't include. It's just not with AUs. It comes with AUs and like other things for your credit inside of a package. So look out for that coming very, very, very soon. And it's gonna be called the ultimate credit package. So anyway, as I get things together, I get things organized. As you all call, if you have any questions, 1-833-3-J-KNOws. And however I can help you, I will. You all have a great day. God bless you guys.